Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Tuesday, October the 6th. My name is Barry Enerson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. Room is open from 9 to 4, but I usually hang around for maybe 10 or 15, 20 minutes afterwards to answer some questions. So, a little bit of a change today in terms of what I'm going to talk about because, and first of all, let me bring in the window and I want to bring up TECD. Hopefully, this maintains over $73. But this has been an interesting trade for us today. Well, for me, I know there's a couple of people in the room in this, but um, first of all, if you watch the let me move this out here. Okay, if you watched the webinar yesterday from Jamie, Jamie went over all the trades that were in our AI strategies window, and there were a lot of them. But what he was really trying to say is that he's been a trader for about 20 years. And he's seeing strategies come and go. I don't want to call him jaded, but he's skeptical and he's pretty laid back and all. But even he now, who is, as he calls himself, old school, likes to look at charts, likes to do his own thing. But he is looking at this and he is really astounded by it also. And I've got to say that these alerts that are optimized every single day have been really, really good. Um, and I'm only going to look at this one right here. I traded EXAS off it, made good money on that, made some money on KMI. But why I want to show you this one is because it was fascinating for me to not to take the trade, but to stay in it as long as I did. Now, first of all, the alert was, it's not on here anymore. If you give me a second, I'm just going to put this. All right, so here it was at 11:15. So this is approximately, and I did not get in. The alert was at 72.65 TECD, and this is, I don't even know how long you're supposed to hold. Well, it's only supposed to be a 30-minute hold, but this is an interesting way, of course, of using these alerts because, just because it says a 30-minute hold, obviously, if a stock keeps going up and up and up, you don't get rid of it just because it says, in theory, get rid of it at 30 minutes. But this is more to the point on it. I want to bring this in here. The single stock. I think what happens on these videos, I have the Amnovia chart or trading room running, and while I'm doing this, my computer really starts to slow down a bit. But you see, I've got here the Smart Stop, and again, to add this, this is a great little window to have. This is the single stock window, and if you want to add the Smart Stop to it or into anything at all, just go into any window, configure, and you just do a search. Again, it's just going to be a little bit sluggish. And here are the smart stops, and they've been added to your filters. So that's what I've done. I'm just going to cancel out of it so we can see it again. So when I got into this one, I got in at 72.80. So let me just put whoops, let's get down to 72.80. Right about there. Okay. So this is where I got into it, way up here. Remember, the alert was at 72.65. Now, there were some things that I didn't like about it. The volume wasn't that great. Um, in fact, that was really the only thing I didn't like about it. The volume wasn't that great. And as I said in the room, I mean, we have a lot of different strategies now. Here are the ones you can pick from right now. And obviously there are a lot of strategies that this is the cumulative number of strategies from all of or symbols that were alerted in all these different strategies. And so, it's almost going to be impossible to take every single one of them. So really, it boils down to this. I mean, do you like trading opening range breaks? Well, here's some. Do you like shorting? Well, here's some. Here's some more opening range breaks. Do you like the really inexpensive ones? I have to show you which one was it? Boy, my mind is one. Oh, it's zinc. I have to show you that one. I mean, just a fantastic alert on it. But I guess my point is that there are different types of strategies for different types of people. We don't all like to trade the same thing. I kind of have an aversion to the lower price stocks. I wish I hadn't have had it on zinc at 318. I'm going to show you where it went to. But at any rate, So this one probably was one I wouldn't have taken normally, but I think it was out of all trades. And the reason I wouldn't have taken it normally is because the volume was a little bit light for me. I might want to be a little more selective on it because when I got into it, it all of a sudden just stalled. But this is really what I'm trying to point out here. Notice where it went down to. It went down to about 72.29. Now, if we do the math, now actually when I got into it, the smart stop adjusts itself over the course of the day because it's based on the highs and the lows and the volatility index. So it will adjust itself over the course of the day. So I think when I saw it, it was actually at 60 cents. So my stop then, by following this smart stop, was going to be at 72.20 right there. So notice what happened. It got all the way down to 72.26, and I was itching to get out of this. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it another 6 cents. Why not? I've let it go this far, and that's what the system is telling me. So by doing that, look what it's done for me now. I was able to hold on, and then now I'm getting a pretty darn good trade from 78.80. Now it's at 73.15. I mean, I'm doing this live. It's 2:15 right now. And so, at this point now, I would probably put a stop if it broke down through 73. I don't want to. First of all, this was in theory just supposed to be a 30-minute hold, but I don't want to attempt my luck too much on this one. But just the idea of having this smart stop in place, it allowed me to hold on. Now, the other thing is that having a smart stop in place now should really help you size your positions because you really should be only risking the same amount for every trade. It shouldn't matter what the stop is. It's just a matter of how much do you want to risk every trade. So this stop then for me was 60 cents. So, I'm just going to make the math super simple. Let's say I only want to risk $60 a trade. So I would only buy $100 or sorry, 100 shares of this and then my risk is $60. But if this had been, down 100, say the stop was $1.20, double that, then I'm only going to buy 50 shares. 50 times $1.20 is $60. Again, I was just trying to make the math easy. So for you, I mean, if you want to risk 100 shares, well, then by quickly looking at what your stop is and what your entry is and doing a quick calculation, that should help you size your shares accordingly. Now, Dan Merkin has been popping into the room. He's our CEO, and obviously he's super excited about all that's going on. But the other thing he's excited about is that, we've come up with this smart stop, but it is I would call it the Smart Stop 101 right now. And we will continue to improve on it to, look for support and resistance also. I mean, right now we're looking at highs and lows of the day and the volatility, but we will start to add to that to really get a fantastic stop. Now, today this really has worked out well for me. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, and everybody saw me do it in the room. So now, I mean, we're reaping the benefits of that particular alert and following the smart stop. So, guys, I am super excited about not only the AI channel, but also having a really, really effective stop. Super easy to buy stocks. I mean, a lot of people know, well, they think they know when to buy stops, but they or buy stocks, but a lot of times it's very difficult to sell. They don't know when to sell. They're looking at a chart. Sometimes it seems super obvious, but sometimes it isn't. So this should take out a lot of the guesswork and allow you to become a much better trader, a much less emotional trader, because there are lots and lots of setups that we're seeing all day long. So if one doesn't work, get out of it and move on to the next one. Okay, that's it for today. I say I'm itching to get back into the room and just move this off and move this off and just watching this one keep going up. Move this off. Again, this is how to get into our room. I'm usually there about quarter to nine. I'm on the mic at 9 o'clock, and as I say, sometimes if the demand is there, I will sit around or excuse me, stay around for another 10 or 20 minutes after the market is closed to answer some questions. So I really hope to see you in the room. This is getting super exciting. And again, if you don't know, these trades are coming from our AI strategy window. You will need the odds maker. Right now, I'm sharing them with everybody, but eventually you will need the odds maker if you want to have access to this channel. Okay, And that is definitely it. I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.